Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we continue our greatest distillery series by talking about Kentucky Peerless. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Jack McBride, Katie Joyce, and Cailee Baker.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. So, yes, we've got a fun show today. We're going to be talking about Kentucky Peerless. Before we get to that, though, Katie said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, Katie?
Yeah, so I need to know if I'm just weird or if maybe we're all weird. But do you hear like sentences and put them into songs? Like that could be parody songs. Like you hear something and you're like, oh, that could fit into that song. And then your brain goes and just like keeps creating new lyrics for the song. I need to know if I'm like the only one or one of the few who does this. And then if I get silence from this, I have a follow-up question, but we'll go with this one first.
All right. Now, if Weird Al Yankovic was on the show, he would be like, absolutely. That's just how
right.
He is not on
they
the
call
show.
him Weird Al.
Right.
Eddie Bolton was on the show. He would say yes.
He would say yes. I can't say I turned things into parodies. No. Well,
into parodies or into song?
Well, parody songs specifically, I guess.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I would say this happens to me nonstop. It's just
okay,
it's really
good.
It's an effort to not break out into song
all the time.
All the time.
It's hard.
Right. It is.
My family does that. My dad, myself, and my brother, well, all of us do that. And we try not to, but it is a weird thing where like you just kind of Steve and I talked about this before, and he thinks that we're insane.
Yeah. I don't know.
For me, I mean, it's not usually any sort of decent thing, like decent song. It's just sort of the ridiculous imagination of what a show tune would be like, right?
It's all bad.
Yeah. Yes.
There's never been a time where it's like there maybe is like one time where like suddenly you kind of like sing whatever it is that's happening and like it somehow turns out okay once. And so then you continue on to see if you're going to get to that like good part again, but it never happens. And it's just
right. And yeah, so for me, the show tune, like, you're never going to get the good part. You're never going to get it good now. You're never going to get it good.
There you go. It sounded like the 1920s.
Yeah,
Cailee,
it's that same damn tune every time.
Okay, Cailee, do you? So Beka does this with her family, apparently. And we talked about this. This goes back when I said I have a disdain for Broadway shows and anything where they break out into song, because that just doesn't happen in real life. But then Beka was like, it happens in my house. We break out into song.
Steve thinks it doesn't happen in real life, and it does happen in real life.
People sing, yes, but not break out when they have. All of a sudden, we have choreographed routines that we jump into. I don't think even that happens at your house. You're not all getting up and kicking this way and kicking that way as you. No, that doesn't happen.
It's true, though.
Yeah. If I ever get elected president, it's going to be on musicals or bands.
That's a Ted Bolton dance move right there. Unintentional. It's him showing off his socks. Did you see my new socks? And do that every once in a while. Did you see my socks? They're new.
Why are we interested in Ted's socks, by the way?
It was just you
said it's happened more than once
for Christmas, and then we went snowboarding 3 months later, and he's in his long johns, and he's got his socks pulled over his long johns, and he goes, "Did you see my socks? These are the socks." You got me for Christmas. Did you see them?
Ted, all right. Cailee, help me out here. I'm on an island right now. I need a friend here. I need a lifeline. Can you?
I hate to say that I'm going to be on the island with those weirdos.
Jeez, terrible.
100%. I don't know that I've ever created parody songs in my head, but if I hear a sentence that reminds me of a song, I'll start singing it in my head, and then if it's bad enough, if it's Bohemian Rhapsody or something, I'll just break out. You just have to, you know. So yeah, okay. I have to say I'm on the island.
Katie, that was a strange question, but for me, because I didn't think anybody would be with you, but they are. So there you go. 4 out of 5 people agree with Katie. So there you go. There it is. It is time.
What was your follow-up question going to be if all of us said that you're fucking nuts?
It was going to be
one. I was going to offer to sing of the one that most recently got stuck in my head just to make it highly entertaining. But then also the follow-up is no one was on that level was going to be if you ever hear things that you think of that'd be a good band name. You hear something random, someone's here's a box of rubber bands, and you're like, ooh, box of rubber bands. That'd be a good band name.
Yes,
that kind of thing.
Yes, that happens all the time. I feel like
a band name or book title. Absolutely.
Yes.
Wow, there you go. Well, it is
that can
now
be a quiz, band name or book title.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea for a trivia night.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
I like it.
It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Katie. Katie, what do you got?
I have a new bottle of Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
Hold on.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. We had to wait for it. That was a little very high pitch.
High pitch, yeah.
High pitch. Okay. Jack, what do you got?
Ting.
Ding.
Well, I was at a restaurant in Kentucky recently and got to see, in fact, I even touched their bottle of Double Eagle Very Rare.
Nice.
So in honor of that, I got a bottle of Eagle Rare, and I'll have a little of that tonight.
Okay. Not enough there. So Katie has the lead. I'll go next. I've got Peerless. I've got Peerless. This is one of their gift shop picks. It's going to be one of the reasons why I love them. The gift shop picks. This is Rye Tie.
Oh, you still got the Rye Tie?
Still got Rye Tie. Ooh, that was embarrassing. Nothing going on there. So, all right. Next up is Cailee. Katie's got
I also have a Peerless single barrel from the gift shop. It is the Toasted Honeysuckle.
Right.
And my mom, who is a wino, I've tried for years to get her to like whiskey with me. And this is one of the most expensive bottles in my collection at I think $130 in the gift shop or whatever. And it's the bottle she reaches for every time she comes over.
Of course.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. She tied me. Not enough to overtake Katie. Katie's got the lead, but Miss Beka Sue's still in this thing. What do you got?
Her mom's stolen too many pours. The cork's been used too much.
It's too well loved.
It's Mom's
by my
fault.
mother.
You would have won that if it wouldn't have been for Mom.
Come on, Mom. Laura.
I've got a Neely Family Distillery barrel pick that is honeysuckle rose.
Oh, okay.
Looks like the cork's kind of pulled out a little bit.
I got one of them.
I might not finish it, but I might. We'll
you
see.
should definitely finish that.
Oh yeah, that's one last pour
See
left.
how much fun my husband wants to have tonight. By fun, I mean me passed out somewhere.
Oh God.
Just squeaks.
All right, that was very good actually, but not going to be good enough. Katie takes it again. Katie, how about that?
Woo!
I feel like she does something with her mic before it happens.
I know. I
probably does.
legitimately do. I changed the settings from medium, noise reduction to low so that it fully gets it.
Okay.
We've got a
All right.
cheater.
Now I got to
on
figure
our
out
hands,
if I
so
can
we're
do that
learning.
on my computer.
I'm using technology to my advantage.
She is. I guess there's nothing wrong with
Not
that.
wrong.
I think that's legal actually, so nothing we can do. All right. Well, cheers, gang. Congrats to Katie. Cheers. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Kentucky Peerless. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
This is Freddie Mills, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Kentucky Peerless.
Yes, we are. Right now, my book is ranked all the way number 13 on the hot new books in alcohol on Amazon. That's pretty cool, right? 13.
Very cool.
Ooh.
I'm gonna crack that top 10 now. That'll be good.
Hey, I'll go help you crack the top 10. What's it called?
It's called Bourbon Assignments by Steve Akeley. Yes, I can. I'll send you a direct link, and there you should be. Good.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's talk about Kentucky Peerless. What do you guys like about Kentucky Peerless?
The single barrel gift shop picks.
Yes.
Oh, they're the best, aren't they?
Their gift shop picks are absolutely phenomenal. They hit them spot on every fucking time with the names and the flavors. Like they're always spot on with their single barrel picks. I mean, this isn't meant to be a knock at their small batch, but I'm not necessarily a fan of that. But every one of their single barrels, I don't think I've had a single one of their single barrels that I haven't thought was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I agree. They're
doing something right over there.
Yeah, and you know they came up. You know, they're the first ones I remember. You know, you're really aggressively working a gift shop program where they name the bottles, provide tasting notes, you know, give it that cool name that describes it. And I think that they've continued that leadership role. Whoever the group is, we know John's on there. We know Caleb Kilburn and Nick Klee, I think, the other distiller, and there might be a couple other people that help on that as well. But
John's got a great palate.
Yeah, he does. So yeah, he's definitely involved in that.
Yeah.
So yes, there are a lot of great folks making that happen, and it's really cool. I think they might even get everybody kind of involved a little bit, you know, with the naming and stuff, which is kind of cool. So that's definitely important. What else do you guys like about Kentucky Peerless?
Their bottles.
I mean, their bottles.
Yeah, the
really
bottles
cool.
are super cool. That's what I was
They
going to say.
stand out on a shelf. That
They
like
do.
and even if so, I've never had any of their product, but knowing immediately the name, I'm like, yep, I know what that bottle looks like.
Yeah. Their owner, Corky Taylor, one of the nicest people in the business. Really good man, you know, and great story to tell. I mean, you go in and if you ever get on I think it's one of the bucket list items of bourbon is to get a Corky Taylor tour where he kicks it off. He talks about the family history and, you know, talks about the fact his father was in the military and, you know, actually worked, was like Patton's assistant and actually have one of General Patton's guns and stuff like that. Just crazy, unbelievable stories. The fact that he went to military school and the Allman Brothers and Al Gore were he had three roommates. And they're all famous. It was the Allman Brothers and then Al Gore. And Al Gore, who's known for, I'm not getting political. We don't get political on the show, but he's known for being kind of a nerd, kind of a square, and he would turn those guys in when they'd stay out too late, stuff like that. So they go past curfew and try to sneak back in. Well, Al told on them. So that's some great stories that go back to his days of basically being put away in a military school, which is kind of cool. And what else do you guys like about Kentucky Peerless?
So they did.
It's delicious.
Delicious, good stuff.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They did, I believe, announce in September that previously they had their double oak bourbon just from the barrels that were leaky, that they, just to try to save whiskey, they were doing the double oak, but they were getting such good feedback from it. I believe now they're actually going to start purposefully doing double oak in some select markets. So I thought that was really interesting. And then I think it's, okay, I have in front of me, Kentucky, California, Illinois, Florida, and New York. So also I appreciate that they kind of spread the love so someone can try to drive and find these. But I think that's going to be really exciting to see what they do with that. And then their future developments as well.
Yeah. Jack, have you ever tried Kentucky Peerless? Ever had anything of theirs?
I'm glad you asked. So I think the thing I like about Kentucky Peerless the most is how well it lends itself to song. Okay. Something a little bit along the lines of Kentucky Peerless, it shines with its own golden light. Look at the bottle, looks so plain, looks so right. Kentucky Peerless, Kentucky Peerless.
There you go.
Other than that, no, I got nothing other than the song part of it.
Well, it's a cool place if you make it there, downtown Louisville. So, a little bit off, you got Whiskey Row where a bunch of them are, but they're not too far from that. But definitely check them out. They got a great place, a building that they rehabbed and really made unbelievable.
It's staff too. I've been there, and me and my husband had a great tasting sitting with them, and they were actually tasting with us, which I always think is cool. Obviously they can't do it all day long if they can't get trashed, but like they're tasting little sips with you while they do it, which was really cool in my opinion.
They make you feel right at home there.
Yes, they do.
They do,
yeah.
For sure. And of course, John Waddell, friend of ours, been on the shows many times. He's a big part of what they do too. His job, if you're into barrel picks or anything like that, of course, he's got a big social media presence. So he brings a lot of attention to the brand. So he's doing a great job at what he does. So there you go. There's a little bit on Kentucky Peerless. It's a great distillery. Check them out. They are continuing to expand and get into new markets and stuff like that. So if you haven't tried it yet, go check your liquor store shelves, and they may have it there as the company continues to grow. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jack, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me wandering around aimlessly, or you can find me on Twitter at 4Swampers. The word right. 4 Swampers.
All right. Cailee, how about you? Where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram at Cailee O. Baker, and come see me at Leatherwood sometime.
Maybe how about you? Where can people find you?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Sorry, my audio cut out for a second. I was like, I'm pretty sure he said me, but I'm pretty sure I didn't hear it. So you can find me now visiting the Peerless Distillery in downtown Louisville, since we talked about all the great things about it, or over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
Perfect. Miss Beka Sue, how about you?
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K, no C's.
All right. For me, I'm easy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, is abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Say you're going on a road trip. We've got over 3,000 original podcasts that we've done right there on abvnetwork.com. You can download them right on the website and listen to them in the car. Pretty cool stuff. You want to get my book? It's right there on the front page of abvnetwork.com. So check us out. Miss Beka Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, you can, oh shit, I totally dropped the ball on this.
You've only said it 3,000 times.
I've only said it 3,000 times. Please visit our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. Other than that slight mess up there, until tomorrow, have a good one. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.